Alright, so they want us to do a long division with this polynomial and this x plus 2. They want us to divide x plus 2 into that. One way you could write it is like that. Another way you can write it is with the x plus 2 on the outside like this. A couple different ways that you can write it. What I like to do when we're doing long division is I like to show you an example first. So let's think back to regular long division. 107. How do I long divide 107 by 8? I say, can 8 go into 1? No. Can it go into 10? Yes. How many times? 1. And I multiply these together, and I put that there, right? And then I do what with it?
Subtract.
I subtract it, and I drop the 7 down, and I subtract it, and I get 2, and then I do it again. How many times does 8 go into 27? 3 times. And what's 8 times 3? 24, and I subtract it, and 3 is left over. Does 8 go into 3? No, so I write 3/8.
Okay.
So 107 divided by 8 is 13 3/8. Alright, so that's the same thing that I'm going to do with this problem right here. Up here I'm going to do that exact same process, but now it's with polynomials instead of with numbers. So how many times does x go into x to the 4th?
4 times.
X to the 3rd times.
Oh, okay.
That's how many times it goes into it, right?
Yeah.
Now what do I get when I multiply x to the 3rd by this thing? And I always use parentheses, so use parentheses. What do I get? X to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd. Now what did I do down here? I subtracted it. So subtract, see why I put parentheses around it? Because if you don't, you'll forget to distribute that negative in. So this goes away. This is subtracted, so I'm going to get it 3x cubed, right? Alright, now I'm going to drop these down just like I did with the other thing. I don't have to drop all of them down. I only have to drop whatever I need, which is just that for now. So now let's ask, I'll change colors. Let's ask again, how many times does this go into this?
X squared.
3x squared times, right?
Okay,
I want it to look exactly like it. So in other words, divide this by this. And it's 3. So I put plus 3x squared. I'm running out of space there. There's a little 2 that I want to put right up there. 3x squared. I can't write it up there because of my app, but that's what I'm multiplying it by, 3x squared. All right. Yeah. So that's a 3x squared up there. Make a note of that. That's a 3x squared right there. I just can't write it. All right, so let's multiply. Ready? 3x squared times x is 3x cubed. 3x times 2 is 6.
X cubed.
Whoops,
squared.
it's 3x squared, right? Is 6x squared. Now look what's going to happen here. When I subtract it, they're both going to drop out, right? So I'm going to have 0x squareds left, and I'm going to drop these down, minus x minus 2.
And so then
How many times is this go into this?
ones.
Negative ones,
Negative ones.
right?
So then it
Because
cancels.
negative 1 times negative 1 is negative, and now when I subtract it, I get 0 left over.
Okay.
So my answer, notice what I've got here. Just like what I did before, if I were to divide 8, let's say 24 by 8, I would get 3, right? And what's 3 times 8?
24.
Right, so what's this times this? It's that.
Okay.
So that's the whole point of this, is now I've got, what I've done is I've just factored. That's my answer. This quartic is actually this linear factor times this cubic factor.
Okay.
If you would have done synthetic division, you would have got the same answer. It would have looked a little different, but you would have got the exact same answer.
Okay.